Hello students, I hope you all are doing good. So today we will start with the exercise 10.3. We had done in our last class about scalar product, right? And I had given you some observations, that is in note, some points. Then we have done a projection, section formula, everything. So based on that, now we will do our problematic part. So everyone concentrate. First question, you see what they have given. Find the angles between the vectors I cap minus 2j cap plus 3k cap and 3I cap minus 2j cap plus k cap. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ question ಎರಡು vectors ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. I am taking vector A, vector B. So they are telling angle. So I have to use, and it is dot product, right? Dot product. Angle means I have to use this formula only. This form itself. Why your cos theta? Theta only I can find out, right? That is only our angle. So now A dot B I have to find. Modulus of A, modulus B I have to find. So A dot B, before that, in your note I have given you some points when it is mutually perpendicular. I dot J is equal to J dot K is equal to K dot I. This will be 0. Whenever you multiply I terms with your J terms or J terms with your K term, it will be 0. But I with I itself, J with J, K with K is always equal to 1. Okay, this I have given as a note. So go through it. So separately we will find first A dot A vector dot B vector, then modulus of A vector, modulus of B vector, then everything will substitute in this and we can find out our cos theta. So first we will see our A vector dot B vector. So write first all A vectors components, then dot and B vectors. Okay, now you see I have written A vectors dot B vector. Now we are multiplying 3 into 1, it is 3. It will be I cap dot I cap, right? I cap dot I cap only. Each term multiplying with each other. Minus 2 I j cap. Now see here, I into j if I multiply, I will get 0 itself. If I write here minus 2 I into j, this term will be 0 only. So no need of writing that. We know I j will be 0, I k will be 0. So just you can skip it. 2 j I is 0, just we will get 2 j j. So minus into minus will be plus. So this will be 2 j cap in dot j cap. Dot means what? Into. Again with k means it will be 0. Same here, plus 3 3s are 9, but k into I is 0, k into j is 0, k into k is 1, so I can write this plus 3 k cap dot k cap. So now I can write 3 I dot I is what? 1 plus 2 j dot is what? 1 plus 3 k dot is also 1. So at the last I get 3 plus 2 plus 3. Yeah, 3 1s are 3, 2 1s are 2, 3 1s are 3. So 3 plus 3, 6 plus 2 is 8. So you are getting A vector dot B vector as 8. Now we will find modulus of A vector. Modulus means how we have given square root, right? Square root of this components. So it will be square root. First A what it is? I cap minus 2j cap plus 3k cap. I coordinate is what? 1 square plus this is what? Minus 2 square plus 3 square. So what I will get? 1 plus 2 2 is a 4, minus square also it will be 1. So 4, 3 square is 9. So how much I will get? 9 4 1. Yes. So I get root 14. In the same way for modulus of B vector we will find, sorry, just see here, this will be 2 into 2, 2 2 is a 4, right? So I had done a mistake, so please rectify it. So you get here A cross dot cross, I mean vector A dot vector B is equal to 10 you will get. You got your A dot vector B modulus of both. Now we will substitute in this and find our theta. So vector A dot vector B, the value we have got 10. Modulus of vector is root 14, modulus of vector B is root 14 cos theta. So root 14 into root 14 is what? It is 14 cos theta. So I have to find cos theta. How it will be? Cos theta is equal to, it will go that side, right? 10 by 14. So 2 5s are 2 7s are, I'll write here itself. Cos theta is equal to 5 by 7. But they are asking us angle. Angle means theta I should get. So theta will be, when cos comes here, it becomes what? Cos inverse, right? Cos inverse of 5 by 7. So your angle is theta is equal to cos inverse 5 by 7. Okay, you have to do in such a way. Next question, find modulus of vector x if for a unit vector, vector A, vector x minus vector A dot vector x plus vector is equal to 12. So here what they are asking us to find modulus of vector x, they are asking, and they have given unit vector. Unit vector means what? Modulus vector A is equal to 1. Yes, for a unit vector means we denote it like this only, right? So taking this, we have to find our modulus x. They have given as what? So if they have given this, multiply it. See vector x dot vector x then again plus vector x dot vector a minus vector a dot vector x minus a into a vector a dot vector a is equal to 12. Yes, see here, plus vector x dot vector a minus vector a dot vector x, this get cancels. Vector x dot vector x is modulus of vector x whole square, and here I'll get again minus vector a dot vector a is modulus of vector a whole square is equal to 12. Okay, now this is modulus of vector square, keep it as it is. This they have given as 1, modulus of vector a as 1, so this I can write it as 1, 1 square is 1 itself, then 12. Take it to the other side, find your modulus of vector x, simple. See, so you have got modulus of vector x square is equal to 12 plus 1, minus 1 comes in means plus 1, that is 13. You want modulus of vector x, so this will be how? Modulus of vector x is equal to, square becomes mine, root 13. So this is your answer. Okay, am I clear? Next question they have given, if vector a full components vector b and vector c are such that vector a plus lambda vector b is perpendicular to vector c, then find the value of lambda. Okay, they have given you 3 vectors and they are telling vector a plus lambda vector b, it is perpendicular to your vector c. If it is such that, then you have to find the value of lambda. So a, b, c I have written solution, and what they are telling you, vector a plus lambda vector b, this is perpendicular to vector c. If I have given you in a note, if vector a is perpendicular to vector b, means its dot product is always 0. That means what I am telling is vector a plus lambda vector b dot vector c is equal to 0. If they are if any two vectors are perpendicular to each other, which means their dot product is equal to 0. This all everything I have given in a note. Please go through it. Now we'll just put our vector a components plus lambda of vector b component and dot vector c, and we'll see what will get lambda value. Okay. So I've put my vector a all form the components plus lambda of vector b components. This close the bracket, this whole term. If you want, you can take here square bracket, dot and vector c. Now what I've done, first I've multiplied, open up the lambda and b bracket, keep this as it is, minus of lambda I cap plus 2 lambda j cap plus 3 lambda plus lambda k cap. This again I've kept as it is. Now what I've done, see I cap, I have just group it up. So 2 minus lambda I cap common, 2 plus 2 lambda j cap common, plus 3 plus lambda k cap. Okay, now we will multiply each term. So I into I will be our 1. So directly I can write, how I can write? 2 minus lambda into 3. 2 minus lambda into 3. I into I is what? 1. You know it. In the first problem I have shown you. Same, I into j, it will be 0. So no need of multiplying for that. Same here, j into I, it will be 0. So no need of multiplying j into I, plus 2 plus 2 lambda j dot j, means here it is 1, right? J's coordinate is what? 1. So j dot j is 1, plus k into j, k dot j 0, no need. K dot I is also 0. K dot k term is what here? Nothing is there, 0 it is. So if you want, you can write is 3 lambda k of 0, or if you want, you can skip it because nothing is there. Now here k part is not there itself, and this is equal to 0. So right hand side equal to 0. So just multiply it everything, and then we can find the lambda value. So what it is, 2 3s are 6 minus 3 lambda, you're multiplying it, right? C dot 3 2s are 6 minus 3 into lambda plus 2 into 1 is 2 plus 2 lambda, this is the 0, equal to 0. 6 plus 2 is 8, minus 3 lambda plus 2 lambda is minus lambda equal to 0. So lambda value is equal to 8. Understood? So here you have a question, if vector A is a non-zero vector of magnitude A and lambda a non-zero scalar, the lambda vector A is unit vector if they have given option A as A is equal to 1 by root lambda, lambda is equal to 1, lambda minus 1, A is equal to root lambda just. Now we'll see which is the option. What they have given, modulus, yes, non-zero vector magnitude is what? A. Magnitude means it is like this only, right? Magnitude of vector A is equal to A, they have said. Lambda is not what? A non-zero scalar, and lambda vector is a unit vector, means this also comes like this. Modulus of lambda into vector A is equal to 1. Now if you have such in your unit vector, how do you separate it? Yes, lambda scalar into vector, if it is means modulus of lambda, modulus of vector A is equal to 1. So modulus of lambda, keep it, modulus of vector A, they have given here what? It is A is equal to 1. So what I'll get, A is equal to 1 by modulus lambda, and this option is A1. So A1 is the option, you can go through it. Okay. Next is your vector or cross product of two vectors. Till now we did our scalar dot product. Now we'll see our vector or cross product, how it is. suppose now if I tell you I have your vector A and this is our vector B. So your cross product, how it is given, vector A cross vector B. See here, this it changes. For dot or scalar you tell it like this, dot. For cross you write it cross. Okay, this is given as modulus of vector A modulus of vector B sine theta n cap. This is a vector, vector A, vector B, these are both vector, you know it. And till here you can find out, because your dot product also you had same modulus vector A modulus vector B cos theta, means this kind of a magnitude, right? This all is a magnitude part. But here one extra comes is n cap. What is your n cap? N cap is such that it is perpendicular to A and perpendicular to vector B. So now if you imagine in your what they'll tell, 3-dimensional space, see either your n cap perpendicular should be upward or downward. Okay, if in this paper means like this it will come in this form, this upward or like this. While showing it I can just write like this I can do. So this perpendicular we call it as your n cap. Okay, just it is simple. We'll write the definition, I'll send you that definition and all notes. Now your vector and cross product, as I have said you, we have some note. Same as for your dot product you have same for your cross product too. But here for this point I would just wanna explain you. You had in your dot product I dot I cap, j dot j cap, k dot k cap you had as 1. But here in cross product it is 0, and I cap cross j cap you will get the third cap, that is k cap. In your dot product it was 0, but here you will get the other k. J k will be I, k I will be j. If you are doing reverse, like I into k it will be minus j, k into j it will be minus I, j into I it will be minus k. In a simple way if I tell you, see when it is in a clockwise direction, okay, just write this I, j, k and do your clockwise arrow. Clockwise means it will go in such a way, right? 1, 2, 3. Sorry, this is your anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise like this. See, you are going in such a way is your anti-clockwise. If you are going like this, it is clockwise. So in your anti-clockwise it will be positive, and in your clockwise it will be negative. For example, now you have here I cross I cap cross j cap. So I cap cross j cap you are getting what? K cap. So you are writing k cap. J cap cross k cap. See, j cap cross k cap you are getting I cap. K cap cross I cap. K cap cross I cap you are getting j cap. You can do like this. While doing this you can remember it. Now see here you are getting I cap cross j cap. If you want to do here only in one diagram, and if you want to understand, see this is I cap cross j cap. So this is going in this way, right? See, you are getting like this I cap cross k cap. It is coming in opposite. So you can say this part I cap cross k cap you are getting j, but it will be negative. Okay, you should write minus j cap. Understood? This is just such a way, and you have few points and all. Just go through it. I'll send the notes. Taking the example, find modulus A vector A into vector B. Vector A into vector B means what? Area, right? Area of a parallelogram. I have given you in a note. You can go through that. So they have given vector A, vector B. So see here, whenever they are telling you to find vector A cross vector B, you have to do in such a way, like modulus you are taking, this is called as a determinant. Determinants chapter when you do, you'll understand again more easily. Determinants we do I cap, j cap, k cap is our components we are writing, and we have coordinates like A1, this A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. We write in such a form, and it's how we open up is A2 I of A2 into B3 minus A3 into B2 into I cap minus A1 B3 minus A3 B1 into j cap. K will be A1 B2 minus A2 B1 k cap. You remember this. If you remember this, it is very good. If you can't remember this, then one more method is how you can find out. Like for I cap, just place your hand like this. Okay, place your hand. Remaining terms, leave your j and k because you're finding for I, j, k. So just keep that whole row of I cap. You'll be left with what? A to B3. You should multiply in such a way. Like this cross it will go. A2 into B3 and minus B3 into A2 you should do. This will be always minus. Like this minus this. A2 into B3 minus A3 into B2. I cap. So you are getting the same, right? J cap. Now you have to find for J cap minus of. Place same way. Place for J cap. You will be left with what? Here. A1 components you have, B1 components you have A3 and B3. So multiplying A1 into B3 minus A3 into B1. See, I got it? J cap. Same way for K. Place your whole finger here. You can do see. A1 into B2 minus A2 into B1 will be of K cap. You can do like this. If you can't remember this, then you do in such a way. Just first draw the determinant, write A, J, K, write your A1, this all coordinates, and then just open it up. You have to multiply it. Everything, okay? We'll see now what all we have got. See, I have written it. A cross in A cap vector A cross vector B is equal to, see, I wrote determinant I did. What it is, I, J, K it is. Now if you have X, Y, Z means you should write X, Y, Z, A, B, C, whatever. So it is I, J, K, so I cap, J cap, K cap I have written. Now A1, A2, A3, right? So this is A1, this is A2, this is A3. So I have written it. B1, B2, B3, B1, B2, B3. Now how you have to do? Either use this, if you remember this properly, well and good. No means I said you first place for your I, or else you should write like this. I cap, write it I cap. Then place the whole finger or your hand, just keep it to whole I cap. You will be remaining with other terms. Whatever you are remaining, you have to just multiply it. You have to multiply like this. 7 2s and then this also 7 2s, but with negative sign. When you are doing this, it will be plus. While you are multiplying this, it will be negative. 7 2s 14, but here negative sign is there into minus. While this you are doing is minus sign again. 7 2s 14, but already here you have again minus 2. Minus 2 into 7 is minus 14. So close the bracket. Again minus J cap form. Place for J cap, you are getting 1 2s 2 minus 7 3s 21. Like this multiplication. Again plus K cap you have. For this positive, for this negative, for this positive. K cap again place 1 2s 2, but it is minus 2. So this will be minus 2. Again minus sign is there already. We have to do minus. And here again minus sign is there. 7 3s minus 21. So just now open it up. I cap minus 14. Minus into minus plus 14. Minus of J cap. 2 minus 21 will be minus 19. Plus K cap, and you'll get here minus 2 minus into minus plus 21. Okay, so you'll get here plus 14 minus 14 get cancels off. You'll get minus 19. Minus 2 plus 21 is also 19. Minus into minus plus, so plus 19 J cap, and here also plus 19 K cap. Here on, if you want 19, I can take common and I'll get J cap plus K cap. So this is your vector A cross vector B, but you have to find modulus, right? Modulus, they have asked modulus of vector A cross vector B, and modulus means how it will be square root, right? Square root of your x square plus y square. Here you see 19 is there, so keep your 19 outside only. J component is what? 1 square plus K also is 1 square. So keep your 19 as it is, you will get 1 plus 1 is 2. So modulus of vector A cross vector B is 19 root 2. Understood how you have to find? Please go through it properly. Multiplication you see properly. Okay. So you have next question. If a unit vector A makes an angle pi by 3 with I cap, pi by 4 with J cap, and an acute angle theta with K cap, then find theta and hence the components of vector A. So they are telling us unit vector, they are telling, yes, unit vector, and they are telling makes an angle pi by 3 with I, pi by 4 with j, and some theta with k, they are telling. Now we have known already that when you have like this your 3-dimensional, so you see your direction cosines, whatever you have your scalar components, that is termed as your direction cosines, right? And direction cosines, how they are given, you know, along your x-axis alpha, along your y-axis beta, and along your gamma, z-axis, yes, you are given like that, right? Alpha, you can take sorry, this is your x-axis now, so this is your alpha, this is your beta, and this is your gamma. And how they are given, yes, they are given through cos alpha is L, like this one I have given you na, direction cosines, cos alpha L, cos beta M. So now they are telling you makes an angle pi by 3 means, so I can write this cos of pi by 3, yes, my x-axis it is pi by 3, cos of pi by 3 with I cap, so I can write this I cap plus pi by 4, so I can write cos pi by 4 with j cap, and they are telling some angle theta, so this I can write cos theta with k cap, right? So now what is your cos pi by 3? 1 by 2, cos pi by 4. So you have found your vector A. Now we have to find our modulus of vector A, right? Modulus of vector means they are telling unit vector is equal to 1. Unit vector means it is 1 only, right? So modulus of vector A is equal to 1. Here only I'll write. Modulus of vector means how you do? Like this, right? Square root of 1 by 2 square plus 1 by root 2 square plus cos square theta only I can write, right? Cos theta the whole square is cos square theta, and equal to it is 1, equal to 1. I'm writing it here again. So this will be what? 1 by 4 plus this root and 2 gets cancelled, so 1 by 2 plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Now here if I take 4 as a LCM, 4 will be my LCM, right? So if I come out 4, I'll be left with what? Root, this get cancels, it will be 1 plus 2, 3 I'll get, yes. So this will be, I can take 1 plus 2 plus 4 cos square theta whole divided by 4 is equal to 1. Now to remove this square root, to remove this square root I have to square on both the sides. I should write squaring on both sides. Why I am doing squaring? To remove this square root. See, if I do squaring, 2 plus 1 is what? 3 plus 4 cos square theta whole divided by 4 is equal to 1. Squaring means like this square. You are doing square. Why I am doing square? Because your root and your 2 get cancels, right? So I am doing squaring. So I will be left with what? 3 plus 4 cos square theta. 4 take it to the other side. So 4 ones are 4. 4 ones are 4. 3 take it to the other side, you will get 4 cos square theta. 4 minus 3, 4 minus 3, you will get what? 4 cos square theta. 4 minus 3 is 1. I want to find mine theta, right? Theta I have to find. So I should write cos square theta is equal to 1 divided by 4. Yes, but here it is cos square. Cos theta means it will be root. Cos theta is equal to 1 by root 4. Root 4 is what? 2, right? Root 4 is 2. So I am getting cos theta is equal to 1 by root 4. If 1 by root 4 means how it becomes? Plus or minus 1 by 2 we get, right? But in question they have said theta is an acute angle. Acute angle means it will be only positive. So we will take positive. So theta will be what? Cos inverse of 1 by 2. 1 by 2 comes in what? Pi by 3, right? Cos pi by 3 is 1 by 2. So cos inverse of 1 by 2 will be pi by 3. So your theta value is pi by 3. Theta value you get pi by 3 because cos inverse of 1 by 2 is your pi by 3. Okay. This whole you can write it here if you in your notes and all properly. So theta you have got. This you want, you can see in theta you can put it like what you have got. Vector A, you can see vector A. What you have got? 1 by 2 I cap plus 1 by root 2 j cap. And this also pi by 3 you have got 1 by 2 k cap you will get, right? Because theta is pi by 3 same 1 by 2. And if you find the modulus, So root it will be 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4, that everything 1 by 4 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 4, and if you get it means how you'll get 1 by 4 only, 2 by 4 you'll get, so 2 by 4, 4 by 4, 1 you'll get, 1 plus 2 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 you'll get, right? Taking LCM 4 you'll get here 1 plus 2 plus 1, so this is 4 by 4, 4 ones are 4 ones are, so you can see what we have done is right. Okay, what we have done is we are getting at the end modulus of vector is equal to 1 only. If you want, you can tally it in such a way. Next question, they are telling find the area of triangle with vertices. Okay, they have given ABC, and area of triangle, how it is given, ABC, it is given as half, and modulus of vector A cross vector B. Now you have to, 3 vertices you have, you can see initial point of A and B is what, this only is, B is the initial point. Okay, vector A, vector B, and here also this you can tell as initial point. So this I can take as a vector A will be your BA, and vector B will be your BC. If you had one more vector C, it would be CA or AC. Probably it would be your AC it would be. So we'll see first how we can do. Our vector A we want to find first, vector A we will do, vector B we will do, and vector A how it is given here on your right, vector A is equal to BA, from B to A, means from B to A. So how we do, minusing, right? Components you have to minus and you have to find it. So what I'll get, 2 minus 1, this and this I have to minus, 1 minus 2 is minus 1 I cap, plus 1 minus 3 is minus 2 j cap, plus 2 minus 5 is minus 3 k cap. So you get minus I cap minus 2 j cap minus 3 k cap. You have done this, don't forget it. Then vector B will be mine BC. Vector B means it will be from B to C. So minusing, subtracting, you'll do like this only, na? X2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. So don't forget it. So 1 minus 2 will be minus I cap again. 5 minus 3 is plus 2 j cap. 5 minus 5 is 0. So that will be your 0 k cap. If you want, write it. So you have got vector A, you have got vector B. Now we'll put in the area and find it. Find out. You have got A and a B. But here you see, first you have to find modulus of vector A cross vector B. Before that we have to find vector A cross vector B, right? So how we do vector A cross vector B, how it is find out? Determinant, right? We have to find I j cap, determinant you have to do, right? Determinant I j cap, and the components of I here it is what, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3, again minus 1, 2 and 0 it is. So first for I we do multiplying, 2 into 0 is 0, minus of again 3 2s are 6, this will be again minus 6, sorry, because this is minus 3, right? Again minus j term, 1 into 0 is 0, minus, yes, minus, again 3 1s are 3, minus into minus plus, so it is plus 3, plus k cap, 1 into 2 is 2 but minus, so minus 2, again interior minus sign you have, here again 2 1s are 2 but minus into minus plus, so it will be 2. Now we will simplify this. So simplifying you will get 6i cap plus 3j cap minus a 4k cap. Pause the video to note it down properly. Now you have got this as A cross B. We want modulus of A cross B. Modulus of A cross B, how it is given? Square root, right? Square root of this. So finally, see, you will get modulus of vector A cross vector B. How you have to do? Square root you have to take, 6 square plus 3 square plus of minus 4 square. 6 square is 36, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16. So when you add, you get it root 61. After that, finally substitute in your area formula is what? Half modulus of vector A cross vector B. You will get half root 16. Okay. So when they ask for vertices, please do it in the form. Same way, if parallelogram, for the parallelogram if they ask, same way you have to do, apply it in the same way. parallelogram this area formula is what? Modulus of vector A cross vector B. So you have to just find modulus, before that vector A cross vector B, do this determinant, and modulus of vector cross whatever you will get, that will be area of your parallelogram. Your first question which we have done, that is your finding of area of parallelogram itself, because area of parallelogram formula is modulus of vector A cross vector B. So this ends your topic vector algebra. We will meet with our next chapter. I hope you have understood. Any doubts, please ask. Okay. Thank you, students.